Lesson 119, Graphing and Comparing Linear, Quadratic, and Exponential Functions. For this lesson, we're just going to draw a table. I believe it is in our book. So we have here, let's see, we're going to do linear function, and then we're going to do next to that, we'll do a quadratic function, and the last one we will do is a exponential. And we're going to have our parent function of each one, and then we will show what the graph looks like. And then for each type, we're going to talk about domain, range, maximum and minimum, and the rate of change. So we're going to bring these down, make our table look really nice. Oops, okay. All right, for a linear function, the parent function is f of x equals x. And the way it looks is we put it on an xy axis, and it's just a straight line. Oh no, I drew that wrong. It has to go through the origin. So when you have y equals x, it goes through the origin. It has a positive slope. There we go. That's the parent function. Now the domain is all real numbers. The range is all real numbers. There is no minimum and no maximum, so there's none, and the rate of change is constant. And that would be our slope, where we just raise at a constant rate. For a quadratic function, the parent function is f of x equals x squared. And for the parent function on the xy axis, it sits on the origin, and it looks like the letter U. The domain is all real numbers. The range is only y is greater than or equal to 0. So y is greater than or equal to 0. The minimum is going to be the vertex, in this case 0, 0. And the rate of change is not constant. Now for exponential, the parent function is f of x equals b to the x, where b does not equal 0 or 1. When we look at the graph of the parent function for exponential, it goes through 0, 1, gets close to the x-axis, and then increases exponentially. So the domain is real numbers. The range is y is greater than 0. It's never going to touch the x-axis, so y will never be equal to 0. There is no max or min. It continues to get smaller to the left and bigger to the right. And the rate of change is not constant. Those are just some of the characteristics of linear, quadratic, and exponential functions. And that's the end of the lesson.